guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while and I'm sorry about that. I think it was like 4 weeks since I posted a video here. I'm so sorry. But I do a daily vlogging channel. I will link it down below so you guys can know what I've been doing, what has been going on and everything, so you guys can go check that out. And I mean, I know there's no excuse of me of why I shouldn't have posted a video here sooner, and I'm sorry. It's been alright. It's easier. I guess it's easier for me to vlog everything that I'm doing instead of just sitting down here because my kids are just all over the place. But right now they're sleeping, so it was easier for me right now. But other than that, it's just kind of hectic with the kids here. They're just everywhere, so it's easier for me to vlog everything that I'm doing, and then edit the vlogs and put them up, So I'm sorry. I should have done it sooner, but here I am doing it. As you guys know by the title, I will be doing my life story. I've been wanting to do one of these videos for a while now because I think it's interesting getting to know the person that you're watching here on YouTube, and I want you guys to know more about me, so that's why I wanted to do it. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I guess we can just get right into the video. Those who don't know, my name is Maya. I am 24 years old. I was born in León, Guanajuato, Mexico. I have 5 siblings. No, not 5 siblings. There's 5 of us. I have an older sister, an older brother. I'm the middle one, and then I have 2 younger brothers. The youngest one, he was born here. He wasn't born in Mexico. He was born here. So I grew up obviously in Mexico and with all my aunts and uncles and cousins, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Like when you're a kid over there, well, I don't know how. I mean, I do remember it here a little bit because I was like 6-7 years old when I came. I just had so much fun. Like you used to play with your cousins, you used to play with a whole bunch of kids in the street, and I actually think it was much more fun playing like the old days back then, and playing in the streets instead of now where kids are just in the tablets. And that's what I try to teach my son, that he should be more active because he's about to be 3, and I don't want him to be on the tablet. But anyways, so yeah, I grew up there. My mom's and dad's side, we're all born there too. Both of my parents' families were born in Guanajuato, so we're all from there. It was fun, like I said. My parents, not my parents, my grandma, my dad's mom, she owned un rancho. I think that's a ranch in English. They built it, her and my grandpa and my dad's brother and everything. They're all of them. They built. It has pools and a whole bunch of stuff. So I grew up there, and around my parents didn't tell me the year, so I really don't know. But I think it was 5 years before I was born. My grandma, she had asked all of her sons and daughters if they wanted to join her here in the United States because she was moving. Some of them say yes, some of them say no. So some of them are still in Mexico, and most of them are here. So after that, my parents got everything that they needed, all the work that they needed to be done, and papers and stuff like that, a whole bunch of crap. Then after that, it was the year of 1999. I was around 6-7 years old, and we flew here. My dad came here first. I want to say like around May. I can't really remember, but he came here first and stayed with one of my aunts, his sister, and then a month later, that's when we flew here. It was tough for all of us. I thought it was one of the kids that woke up. It was tough for all of us, We didn't know this country and everything. We didn't know much about it. We barely knew it was English and stuff like that. but we adapt, obviously. We stayed with one of my aunts, my dad's sisters, obviously, and we stayed there for a couple of years until my parents were able to gather enough money and they bought the house next door that we were living at. So it was my aunt and then us. So it was pretty fun. I used to hang out with my cousins a lot, and it was fun. After that, I was going to his bilingual elementary school, and if you guys are here in the Milwaukee area, sorry about it. I moved here to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sorry, I didn't mention that. So yeah, I came here to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and if you guys, any of you guys are in the Milwaukee area, I used to live on 14th and Hayes, right around 14th and Hayes, somewhere. So I used to go to that school, and it wasn't such a bad neighborhood. It was fun. That's where I met one of my good friends that I've known ever since I came here. So it's been it's 2016, so like 17 years that I've known her. She's one of my best friends, and we still try to hang out. I have kids, she has kids. She only has one, I have two. Anyways, her name is Jessica. I'm not gonna say her last name or anything. I'm just gonna say her name is Jessica, and I met her in that house. It was fun. Like, I used to hang out with her like almost every day. She would teach me English, and I would teach her Spanish, and it was so much fun hanging out with her. So after that, we moved to the Greenfield district, but I was still going to Hayes. I can't remember the year that we moved there. I can't really remember, but it was right on, I want to say 35th and Ramsey. Yeah, around there. It's where by the Enterprise car dealer rental is, whatever. Yeah, so we moved around there. And we lived there for a couple of years. I can't really remember, but my friend, she never came to the house. I never talked to her after I moved. It was just, I was little, so I didn't have a phone. I was like, 8, 9, around 10 years old, and I didn't have a phone, and she didn't have a phone, so there was no way to contact each other. And so we lived there for a couple of years. It was when we moved there. It was my last year in the Hayes school. I was obviously in 5th grade, so I graduated, and I went to, since I was living in the Greenfield district, I went to a Greenfield district school. So I went to Greenfield Middle School. There it was fun. I guess it was alright. Let's just say I'm glad I'm not in school anymore. I had my good times and I had my bad times, but I'm glad I don't go to school, and I hope when my kids do, it is not as tough. But anyways, so I moved to Greenfield District School, whatever, and I used to hang out with some friends, and after that we moved to the same district, Greenfield District, and we moved right on Cold Spring, like 30th and Cold Spring. So it's close by that 27th Cemetery and by Toys R Us. I think it's also Auto Parts. I don't really know. And it's a McDonald's and a U.S. Bank. So on that road, on that Cold Spring Road, we lived there for, I want to say till, I don't know, but I'll tell you guys in a little bit. So I lived there, and once I lived there, I think I was ending middle school, starting high school when I moved there. And after it was even harder for me, I've always been a really shy girl, and when I entered high school, it was all right. So in my freshman year, when I went to the Greenfield High School, when I started high school, that's where I met Luis, my now husband. And we met, I want to say like around in 2000, like November of 2006. By the time we were just talking. So the way that we met was from my cousin. And I didn't even know he knew like pretty much all of my cousins that from here. And so I had asked my cousin if he was able to come and pick me up after school. So he came, and Luis happened to be with him. And so he took me home, they took me home and everything. And after that, Luis was asking about me to my cousin. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, he's cute. So, and he found me on MySpace. He found me on MySpace, and I accepted his friend request, and we started talking through just through MySpace. And we were just texting, we were just friends, and there were some feelings getting there and everything. And at this time, my mom was pregnant with my youngest brother. So in February 6, 2007, my little brother was born. And 3 days later, in February 9th, 2007, Luis had officially asked me out, and I was pretty excited. So we started texting even more. We hung out even more. And I remember at the beginning, my parents didn't like Luis. There was this one time that Luis came over to my house without even telling me, and he had brought his cousin. He didn't tell me or anything. He didn't text me, nothing. And I hear a doorbell. I'm like, and it was, I want to say like around 7 o'clock. And he came over. I answered the door. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, I want to talk to your mom. I'm like, what? And I was so nervous. And my mom was with me when I answered the door. So it was my mom, me, Luis, and his cousin. We were all sitting in the living room talking, and I go over to the room where my dad is taking care of my little brother, and I asked him if he wanted to meet Luis. He's like, no, I'm not gonna meet him. I don't want nothing to do with him. I'm like, oh, okay. So I left, and I went back to the living room, and we just kept talking for a little bit longer, and he left. And my mom was telling me, be careful with him, and this and that, and I'm like, okay. And we start, like, after that, like, Luis was determined to show my parents that he was a good guy. So he was coming over more, and I was going to his house, and we grew as a couple a lot. And if you guys hear something, Isaiah's playing. He woke up. So yeah, we developed a relationship even stronger. So we were talking crazy hours at night, 3, 4, 5 hours on the phone. We would go to sleep really late. It was so much fun, you know, like that beginning of stage. I'm not saying that it's not now, but at the beginning you're just so like, oh my gosh, like so nervous. And it was crazy. It was fun. And so we were hanging, like we were dating. And after I want to say like I don't remember how many years, 2, 3 years, but when it was about to be my junior year and his senior year, he transferred from Hamilton to my school because he wanted to be with me. I'm like, oh, I was so excited. I'm like, yes, he's gonna come to my school. And I'm pretty sure no one believed me that I had a boyfriend. And I don't know if they did, if they didn't, I don't know. But I was pretty excited that I was gonna have. I used to see other couples. I'm like, oh, and I was sad. I would always get sad, and I was so excited that I was finally gonna have my boyfriend at my school. So we spent his senior year and my junior year together, and he graduated. And he, when it was my senior year, he would still take me to school. He would take me to school, and he would come and take me and pick me up. It was oh, he was just so sweet. So we he would pick me up and everything, and I graduated high school, and then I wanted to, after high school, my plan was to just relax and not do anything, because what people usually do is go to college right afterwards, and I didn't want to do that, but I ended up kind of doing it. After high school, I did ended up going to this like a 1-year college. I went to cosmetology school. It's a school that's right on 27th Street. It's called Empire Beauty School. So I went there for like about a year, and I graduated. I got my diploma and everything, and after that, I started working with one of my cousins. She owns a salon, so I started working with her, and I was just trying to gather some money so I could save up. I was trying to save up, and also, so a couple months went by. I graduated in 2011 in that school, like around October, and at this time, Luisa proposed to me. So when I was working out, me and him were trying to gather some money to save up for the wedding. We ended up having just a small wedding. So we got some money, and we saved some money, but most of the stuff my parents pitched in. Like, my mom bought me my dress, my shoes. My mom spent it on the cake. My dad spent it on the dinner. It was just a small dinner, and he proposed. We were getting money, and so that was in like 2011 that I graduated. So in 2012, February 9th, 2012, because we just wanted it to be right in our 5th year anniversary of us being boyfriend and girlfriend. He wanted to get married. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. And it turned out to be on a Thursday, and his family, my family, were like, what? Like, why don't you want to get married on the weekend? Like, it's not a Thursday. It's a Thursday. Come on. So, we still got married on the Thursday, and it was fun. Like, all we did was we got married in court, and we had a dinner afterwards. And for our honeymoon, after everyone, we left and everything, and we already had our bags in the car. So after that, we drove to Wisconsin Dells, and in February it's cold here, so we still were able to do plenty of stuff there. We did a whole bunch of stuff, but most of the stuff, it was fun, and we were just eating out all the time. And we stayed there from that Thursday night till like I want to say Tuesday. We came back we left on Tuesday morning, and we came back on in the middle of the day on Tuesday, which was weird. I'm like, Luis, are you sure? He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just, okay. I thought it was a pretty weird day to come back, So we came back, and at this time we were living with my parents. Well, just my dad, because at this time my parents were having problems, and they ended up getting a divorce. So my mom moved out. She wanted to get her own place, so she got her own house and everything. And so we were just staying. It was my dad and my younger brother, not the youngest, not the littlest one, the second youngest, and my older brother. We were living there, and we got married in February, and we moved out like around August, September of that same year. So a couple months later, we gathered enough money, we saved up for a place. It was just an apartment. It was a 4 apartment building, and we moved there. It was so much fun being just the two of us. I mean, we both missed my dad and my older brother, and it was fun hanging out with my dad and stuff like that, but it was so much fun. He wasn't even home at the time, because he was starting to get a girlfriend. He found a girlfriend. So we moved out, and then 2 months later, we moved out, and we moved in August, September, and then around October, I want to say, no, like November, October, my father-in-law, he had an accident. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it, but he ended up being in a wheelchair and he can't walk. So he had an accident, and so he sold his house. And since our apartment didn't really have any stairs, we gave it to them, and we talked about we talked to my dad first. I remember we stayed at my in-laws' house for like 2 or 3 weeks. I want to say like maybe a month, because we didn't know what was going on. So, but then they decided to sell the house because they couldn't live there, so they sold everything. And at this time, before they were selling stuff, we had asked my dad if we could move in, and he said, yeah, sure, you guys can move in. And so we moved in back with my dad again. We moved in like right in the beginning of 2013. We moved in, and so like, and then 2 months later in February, right in our first year anniversary, we found out that we were having a little boy, that we were pregnant. We found out we were pregnant. We were so excited. I found out at work. I was getting a call from the clinic. I'm like, oh, I have to get this. So I went to the bathroom and I answered. And when they told me that the test came back positive, I was like crying. I wanted this for a while, and I was just so happy. And I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to have kids, because we were trying for like months, and I was like, yes, finally. So because we wanted a baby, we had planned them and everything. And so once I got that call and they said it was positive, I'm like, finally my baby. So I was so happy. And then after work, I went to buy Luis a card and a little baby toy. And I put it in a little bag, and I showed it to him, and he was so happy. He was about to cry, and he hugged me. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna have a little baby. I'm so excited." So we were so happy. And when we told my parents, my mom was crying. She was so happy and excited, and my dad, he was just like, he didn't show no emotions, but he loves my babies. He loves them so much. But he's not that type of person to show emotion. So when I told him, he was so sweet to give us his bigger room. So we moved, because we were living in a little room. So we switched, and oh my goodness, I am so grateful. And so we lived there for almost a year, since February, like around the beginning of the 2013 to all the way to the end of 2013. Because we were just, since we were in a little room, it was so cramped, and I wasn't working anymore. After I stopped working, when I was like a month before I gave birth. A month before I gave birth, I stopped working, and Luis wanted for me to take care of myself and stuff like that, and get everything ready around our room. So I stopped working, so it was just saving up for our own place. So we had enough money to save our own place, and it turned out to be in the same apartment building that we were living before. So where my in-laws lived, we moved in. So they were in number 1, and we were in number 2. So we had a bigger space, and it was so nice again to have. I mean, I'm the type of person that I want my own space with my little family, even though, to be honest, I might sound a little childish, but I miss living with my parents. I miss being a little kid, being taken care of. But now I have to be an adult, and I have my own babies to take care of. So anyways, yeah, we moved in the end of, it was like the 25th, like I think right on Christmas. We were cleaning the apartment and everything, and we moved. So after that, it was just Luis working. I was being a stay-at-home mom. I was the only one working, and we were trying to get a bigger place because it was getting cramped, and then it was getting even more cramped because when Eli turned 1, like it was past he was like a year and 1 month when we found out that we were expecting another baby, that we were pregnant again, and we wanted to get a little brother or a little sister for Eli, because every time we see him play, he was all by himself. Obviously, we were playing with him, but like, oh, poor baby, a little baby, so lonely. So we were so excited to find out that we were having another baby, and I found out. So I was like in November of 2014, my bad. So like around 2014, we found out that we were having another baby, and again, I mean, nothing really changed throughout that whole time. It was just pretty much same old, same old. Luis was working, I was watching Eli, and I was pregnant with Isaiah. So and when we were living in the apartment, my sister threw me a gender reveal party for Isaiah, and then her and my mom, they pretty much planned everything. So all the parties that I had for Eli and Isaiah, they planned. So I had a gender reveal party, a baby shower, and I want to say, what else? I can't really remember if I did. No, I was just that. And so in August of 2015, I had my little baby boy Isaiah, who's gonna be 1, as you know, guys know, because it's about to be August. He's about to be 1. They're both babies are just the blessing. They're just a blessing. They just bring so much happiness. We just love them so much. So yeah, we had Isaiah, and we were just so happy. We were so cramped in the little apartment, so we were trying to buy a house. So we like months later, I want to say like around October, like around October of 2015, Luis put in his papers to get the pre-approval letter to buy a house. So we were in the process, but that realtor didn't have no communication. He was pretty horrible at it. Like, he wouldn't get back to us like 2-3 days after, and when you get your pre-approval letter, it only lasts for 3 months, like around 3 months. So it was like, you know what? No, it was about to be over. The 3 months were about to be up. So we were just like, screw this. And so we, like in the beginning of this year, we were just like, you know what? Let's just take like a month off or 2 months off of looking at a house. So we did that. But we planned a little vacation, a little family vacation. So in March, in the beginning of March, we went down to South Carolina. But I think before, yeah. So we still wanted to get a house, but so like a week before we left to South Carolina in Myrtle Beach, we put in the application to get the pre-approval again, to start looking for a house and get the process again going. So we did that. We left, and then when we came back that weekend, we were looking at houses. We saw this house. We put in an offer. Then the next day, on Monday. So we came back, we saw this house on a Saturday. We put in the offer and everything, and on Monday, they called us. They accepted the offer. We were so happy. And now we just needed. Sorry, guys. We just needed to get the inspection going. So we got the inspector to come in. Everything, it was perfect. And I said, he's making noise. We got the process going. It was perfect. So we just needed to wait for the closing, which the closing took like about a month. So yeah, like the beginning of March is like the end of April, like almost 2 months. It was just overwhelming because we wanted to move. And sorry, just tickling. So we get that going, and it was just crazy. The whole process was crazy because when they accepted the offer and everything, and they had set a date for the closing, I was like, oh crap, I need to clean this place out. And it was I threw out a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't even need, that I had just there. And so good thing I did that within time, because when the day came, I was just like packing the last few things and we were out. So it was pretty fun. And like I've had a pretty good life, a nice childhood. Like my whole life has been pretty good, even though everyone, you know, has their ups and downs. You know, like the goods and the bads. It was just been a roller coaster ride. All the things that had happened to us, good and bad, like my parents' divorce, my father-in-law's accident, my little 2 baby boys, getting the house. It's just been a whole bunch of stuff going on in such a little time. And that just goes to show that you should appreciate everything that you have, because you know, a lot of people want what you have, and you were always wanting more and more and more, and we're never satisfied. And that just goes to show that you should be grateful. And you know, God has blessed a whole bunch of, like, He has blessed us, and I'm so fortunate to have everything that I have. Thank you for the like, I thank Him for the family that He's given me, and I'm just so grateful, and I'm just so happy with my life, even though, like I said, good and bad. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I want to say again, I'm sorry that I haven't posted a video in a while. I'm gonna try to be more constant with these videos. So I hope you guys please bear with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be putting up more, so keep an eye for that. I do also have, like I said in the beginning, I have a daily vlogging channel, so I will put it down below. So go ahead and check that out. So go ahead and check my other videos. Before we moved into the house, like I want to say like March, I posted my very first video. I think it's my intro, I guess. It's pretty embarrassing. So go ahead and check that out, and go ahead and check my daily vlogging channel. I hope you guys like. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, like, and comment. And I hope you guys enjoy. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!